This is the Censorship project by Kathleen and Claire. Censorship is anything which may be considered harmful, sensitive, politically incorrect, or inconvenient. Who can censor something? Governments, media, authorities, or other groups. Harry Potter is one example of a book that has been censored across the country. These books are about an ordinary boy named Harry Potter who is thrown into the world of wizardry when he receives a letter to the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. He and his friends go on many adventures to try to defeat the great Lord Voldemort. Along the way, he discovers many things about his past that could just possibly help him complete his task. Harry Potter was censored because this book encouraged violence and wizardry in schools and also went against many religious beliefs. This book was censored at St. Mary's Island Church of England. Should students be allowed to read this book in schools? Yes, students should be allowed to read this book in schools because students should be able to decide what they want to read. If students are old enough and mature enough to handle the idea of wizardry, this should not cause an issue. Also, even though the book does have some violence, there has been no report of this book creating violence in readers. The Face on the Milk Carton by Caroline B. Cooney is another example of a book that has been banned. So this book is about a girl named Janie Johnson, and when she sees a picture of herself on the missing child section of a milk carton, she is overcome with shock. Things keep getting weirder when Janie starts to take a look into her past. Are her parents really her parents? This book was censored because there is some inappropriate sexual content and challenge to authority. It was censored in Flower Buff Independent School District. Should this book be read? Yes, some topics may be too much for young children to handle, but middle and high school students should be able to handle these subjects with maturity. This book helps kids find themselves and discover who they truly are. The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton is another book that has been censored in the U.S. and outside of the U.S. So in Oklahoma, there are two groups, the Greasers, because they have long greasy hair, and the Socias, because that stands for socials. These two groups are rivals and are constantly fighting. As the book progresses, the fight turns more and more serious, and they lead to actions that cause death and destruction. This book was censored because of excessive violence, glamorizing underage smoking and drinking, and many other reasons. It was censored in Boone, Iowa School District. Should this book be allowed in schools? Yes, younger audiences may focus more on the violence and language used in the book, but older audiences have been exposed to this already and will pull more out of the book. That's all the books that we have, and then here's our works cited. We used the list of amendments. Is Harry Potter banned? 30 banned and challenged kids books, and Texas report on banned and challenged books. And that's the end.